Hi, I'm Dave the RPA guy, and welcome to another episode of Let's Build in Blue Prism! Here in part 7 of Monitor a Value, we are going to be doing a few things to prepare ourselves to running the process in Control Room. One of those things is going to be adding in a close IE action to the object. And the other thing that we'll do is move the URL as an input up to the process. Now, there are a lot of other things that we should probably do to make this thing truly reusable, but it's sort of our first step. As a first step toward moving our object to be more reusable so that it's not just Facebook or not just that one page on Facebook, we're going to move the URL that is hard-coded currently in the launch page of our Facebook object up into the process, up into that monitor a value on a web page process. And what we're going to need is an input. All right, so what we're going to do is say URL text, and we will store in URL. This is our start input. Okay, that will work, and then IE path should be the same. This could be changed to an environment variable, but because I know that every computer I'll be running this on, Internet Explorer EXE is going to be right here. The other thing we need to consider is whether or not we need an input for our navigate to about action. But let's start with just the URL like I was saying. I sometimes get sidetracked on rabbit trails. We are now requiring an input. I need to save it actually. To start up launch. Okay, and then we'll refresh this. Now it should have the new URL input, and we'll just take that from our own URL data item here, which doesn't exist yet. Okay, probably move these down a little. Put that in the initial value. And of course, eventually what we could do is put that in the start stage here as a startup parameter. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and do that. URL, store in URL. Okay, now we won't actually need that if we choose not to run it from Control Room, but it's there in the case that we want to. The other thing we've got to add is mission value. So we just need to decide, do we want to call this mission value or original mission value? I think it's going to be just mission value. You know, we're going to change this so that it does more. So let's just say value to watch. And then we'll put that, for now, we'll put that in mission value because the user doesn't really need to know that's what's happening underneath the covers. All right, so we're going to leave these hard-coded for now. Actually, I have it different, don't I? Let's see here. I have a mission statement now. I think that's what it was. About, I now have a mission statement. Mission statement. So that's the original. Did I put that in the right place actually? I did not. Original. I believe I need to put it in there because this is the one where the user is saying, "Hey, this is what I see it is. Now I want you to go get it and compare it to what I said was there before. And let me know when it's changed." Are we missing anything? Guess we can always just test it, right? No harm done. Value to watch. Do we want to run it in Control Room? Let's run it here first. All right. Here we go. Oh. We still haven't added in closing Internet Explorer, have we? That's okay. Doesn't really matter. Speed it up a little bit. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, the value has not changed, right? That's correct because the value, it was, I now have a mission statement, so it correctly did not send us anything. Now I'm going to change the value. I stopped having a mission statement. This guy. Let's save. Okay. We'll go ahead and close this. All right. Let's run it again. So we are running it from the process. and we are providing it with what we think was the mission statement. We're providing it the URL, and it should be taking that URL. Let's go ahead and make sure that it is. I just realized we could be messing up by letting that URL be in the object. So removed URL from initial value. Okay, let's run it. Now we're in the process here. Monitor a value on the web page. We're going to launch this thing, get the mission value, compare it, send an email. And it should send us an email. Okay, I stopped having a mission statement. This guy, you know, stopped having a mission statement. We're good. We got the email. The original value of our item was, I now have a mission statement. And the value has changed to, I stopped having a mission statement. We should probably change this to say the URL. What do you think about that? Because the email now has access to that. So we can go in here and we can say, put the URL right here. And I did see another problem, which I didn't think of it initially. It's not that big a deal, but new line between respectfully and bot. Now we could put an environment thing here. Let's go with like get resource name. So this is say the name of my computer, but that's fine. The bot's kind of equal to a machine, right? You have any errors? Okay, blank values for input parameters of MAPIEx. That's fine. Output in send mail. Let's try it again. It should send us another email, right? Because we haven't put in any logic to update what our original mission value is. We're calling it each time and passing this in. Okay. We had a problem with MAPIEx. What's going on? Error sending email. Error description is this. Failure in send mail function of Blue Prism extended MAPI automation. Failed to access message store. Okay, now I know you're probably freaking out. I'm trying to stay calm too. And we're just going to move past this, okay? We're gonna try this again and hope that MAPIEx works. Probably what we'll do is switch to using let's see, do we have it imported in here? Yeah, we'll probably start using POP3 SMTP because now and then MAPIEx has a problem accessing the message store. And the only way that most people have found to solve this is to, to log out of your Outlook profile and log back in or something. I've done a lot of testing on this, and it's a difficult thing to reproduce. So what we're going to do is close the object, and we'll just open it again and run it. Let's see. We should go ahead and add another thing in here, right? While we're doing this, let's go in the object, and because I'm getting kind of tired of closing Internet Explorer, let's add an action. We'll just say close IE, and we're going to make it simple navigate. We're simply going to take this thing and terminate it. That'd be fine, right? Terminate. Well, it's not terminating the session, so let's not be confused about that. Terminate IE. Let's attach. Okay, we should be attached now. Let's close it. Looks like it's gone. Okay, let's publish and added close IE. And then in the process here, we're gonna add another action. Oh, right. There's refresh here. This little button will reload your access to different components in Blue Prism. So we're gonna close IE. Now we might run into the same problem where MAPIEx can't access the message store, but that's okay. We're testing whether or not Internet Explorer will close. Okay, that's fine. Boy, I guess the next thing we might do is switch to POP3 SMTP, huh? Hey, it looks like it's sent. So, you know, maybe it requires restarting the session. Watched. Web value has changed. Oh, look at that. Maybe I need a new line in here. The URL you provided is... Oh, this is right behind my head here. Let me move this so you can see it. Okay, your watched web value has changed. The URL you provided is this. And the original value of your watched item was this. The value has changed to, I stopped having a mission statement. You know what? And now I'm disappointed in Dave the RPA guy. There we go. We can see who sent it. It was Alpha Centauri is the name of the computer. And you can tell from debug that it was running in Process Studio, which is what it will put out for resource name if you run it there. If you want it to always say the machine name only, that's when you'll use you'll use an action reference to the utility environment and do get machine name. This will output the same thing as you saw over here without the underscore debug, regardless of whether you run it in Control Room or Process Studio. I think we had a successful test here. Next thing we can do is ready for test in Control Room. Here in part 7 of Monitor a Value, we have done the last couple things we felt like we needed to prepare so that we could run our process in Control Room. And that included things like adding a close Internet Explorer action, and then also moving the URL up to be a process input parameter. Now in part 8, we will come back and run our process in Control Room after we have published the process, and then we will add in a main loop so that our process will continue running rather than just running through one time. It's time for another Tip of the Day with Dave the RPA guy. Okay, now just go with me on this. I know we've never done this before, but the way you set a trend is to just do something and assume it's all widely accepted by everybody. Now, the tip of the day for today is, if you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner of Blue Prism, there's a sign out button. And I won't tell you how long it was before I learned that was there.